I'ma tell you why you can't.
Said you got a long way to go. Say you wanna love me,
Wanna touch me?
don't test cause you got a long way to go.
Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Mike, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make this really cool wallpaper. It's like this abstract coolness. Like, you're really going to be really cool if you make wallpaper like this. Of course, I'm about creativity, and I want you guys to be as creative as you can. So, in this video, I'm going to kind of show you guys how to do that. And basically, it's only going to be using a brush tool and maybe a couple shapes, some fonts, and some colors, basically. Alright, so go into your Photoshop. As you can see, I already finished making that one. So I'm just going to close that out. And Control New to make a new document. I'm using 1440 by 900. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do to start off, I'm going to select the black background. Just like that. And I'm selecting my brush tool. And you can select about maybe 60 and put your hardness at 100%, and depending on if you want your your circles to be like it has a nice feather thing to it, you can put it the hardness down if you want, but I'm using it 100%. Alright, so I'm just going to switch up my colors. So if you can see, that's what it's going to look like, and that's what I'm going to get you guys to make something like this. So to make really cool bubbles or something like that. So I'm just gonna do that for you guys. So select this little option right here. It's called the brush palette. If you don't see that, just go into your window and select the brushes. Once you select the brushes, you should see the brush palette. If not, then go over to your thing over here. You should see it. Anyway, once you're in there, select your shape dynamics. Make sure your size jitters all the way up. And for the scatter, and for the shape dynamics, also make sure your minimum is 20. For the scattering, we're going to put that all the way up to 1000 and put your count at 0. Alright, for the next one, we're going to make sure the spacing is at least at 80%. Depending how big or small your document's going to be, you might want to increase the spacing or decrease the spacing. So, it's really up to you. And alright, so once you have that, okay, make sure you select, alright, cool. Alright, so what we're gonna do is, first off, always make a new layer. Alright, so when you make that new layer, we're gonna simply just keep pressing. You don't want to hold down on it. You can if you want, but just to get an even scattering, you want to randomly click on the document, so it could be completely random, something like this. Just going to do a few more of those, and I'm going to end it. Alright, so that's good right there. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom in for you guys. So once I have something like that, what I'm going to do is create a new layer after that, and I'm just going to zoom out. And I'm going to continue doing that with the same size. Or what you can do is press the bracket key right next to the letter P to decrease or increase the size of your circles. And you can start putting the circles up on the layout. And you can do a combination of big and small, or you can just do big. So for this, I'm just going to do a couple of these big ones. So that should be it right there. That's good. And I'm gonna create about 2 more layers. So 1 more right now. So I'm gonna decrease the size just a bit, and just do that. Just start pasting them around. So that's good right there. And what I'm gonna do is, that seems like enough circles, but for the next one I might just make it a little bit smaller. So in total I have 4 layers. Alright, so I'm just gonna decrease it a lot and start pasting them around. So these will be like the ones that's for the really empty areas, like that. This could be like combination of like this retro type stuff, if you want to say it like that. Alright, so that seems pretty good. So now what we're going to do is select the layer 1, double click on it, and what we're going to do is select the color overlay. For that one you might want to select a certain color you might want. So for this one, I'll just, since it's 4 colors, I'm going to pick the red one, and I'm going to make it maybe a purple, like that. And next I'm going to select the inner glow, and what I'm going to do is increase the size to about 30, maybe 25, but right there I have 29, so that's pretty good. And for each circle, depending how small, how big it is, should determine the size of the inner glow you're gonna use. So as you can see, it looks pretty good right there. So I'm just gonna press OK. And for layer 2, double click on that, and what we're gonna do is give that a color overlay. And those seem to be like the bigger ones, so I'm gonna select maybe, I don't know, maybe like a goldish yellow, like that, and select the inner glow and increase that. And as you can see, I might increase it all the way up to 30, but it doesn't give me that full effect that I want, so I might just increase it a little more. So I'm just gonna zoom out so I can kind of see it a little more. That looks good right there, maybe about a 65, 62. Alright, so that's good right there. Alright, so select layer 3, double click on that, select my color overlay, and those seem like to be the mildly big ones, so I'll probably put like a blue, maybe something like that. And select the inner glow once again, increase the size of that, just like that. And I'm going to select layer 4 finally, which is the smaller ones, and I'll probably select a green color, maybe. Yeah, green color seems good. Yeah, green is good. And I'll probably do like that kind of color green, like a limeish green. Inner glow, kind of increase that just a bit, just like that, not too much, like a 10. Alright, cool. So once you get something like that, if you want like more colors into it, you could definitely add more colors, or you could duplicate one color and add some more. Or like layer 4, I can just press Ctrl J to copy those colors and just double click on that and take off the color overlay and change it to about, let's say what color we don't have. We don't have red, so we'll add some red into that one and press OK on that. And what we can do is move those colors around. So we could just go to edit, well, make sure we select layer 4, then go to edit, transform, and then go to maybe flip vertical, something like that. So it's, completely different. And then what we're gonna do now is, we're gonna merge all of these together. So hold shift and select the first 1 through 4. What we're gonna do is duplicate layers, right click, duplicate layers, press OK. Then once you get once it's duplicated and the ones that's highlighted, just right click on those, select merge layers, and what we're going to do is bring that layer at the very bottom, right on top of the background layer, just like that. Alright, so next what we're going to do is select filter, blur, and then motion blur. And as you can see on the motion blur, that's kind of the effect you get. I selected a 90-degree angle at the distance of 999. You could do it whatever you want to for the angle if you want. So I might just leave it at maybe -72. That looks pretty cool. And what you can do is give some of the bigger circles like a stroke kind of color, like maybe a black, kind of so it stands out a little more. So I'll probably put it at 1 for the stroke, like that. If you can see, kind of give it a cool stroke, and that's the effect you get. So what I'm going to do is add some text. Alright, so maybe about 60 likes. Alright, zoom out, likes, designs, just like that. That looks great, so I'm going to keep it at that. Move designs over a little bit, and what I'm going to do is just select those 2 layers, put at the very top. And what I'm going to do is give those an outer glow, or just for this example, just put these at a quick gradient style, just like that. And I'm going to add a quick shape, so like I did in my other video, my wallpaper, gave it a star. Select the star, put it at the very bottom of those, double click on that, and I'm going to give it a color overlay of maybe a black, give it a stroke of a black, leave the stroke size at 3, put the inner glow, and put the inner glow about like a nice blue, like that. It's okay, size it up just a bit.